Let's get it going. Little evening walking. Last epoching. Pumps. That's the plan. What up, what up? Let's fire our chats up real quick. We'll stick with the Twitch, YouTube today, I think. For the late one. Just a little something, something for us. To finish our day. Get some water drop and get to work. I think that's what I'm thinking. Okay. Alright, I have an idea that I've been mulling over, but I'm not gonna do it yet. Not gonna do it yet, but I'm getting a crazy idea that eventually I think I'm gonna want to go into crit on this character rather than bleed. But I think right now bleed is good before we have like good gear. I think let's do this. Let's call it good for a bit. Hattie. Just send it with the bleed. I think bleed is, again, it's kind of good before you have gear. Once we get some gear, though, I think we can do it. What's up, Ariel? Once we get some gear, I think we can probably end up... Let's just do this. Going for crit. Because Beastmaster can do some crazy crit stuff. We're doing bleed, which I think it can do fairly well, but... It seems possible to me that crit is actually, like, even more insane. Like, Beastmaster may even be better at crit than bleed. So we'll see. I'm up for it. I've also been tinkering with my loot filter a bit. And I'm gonna see if it is more what I'm looking for. It could just be more junk. Which is not what I'm looking for, but we'll see. I also think I think I unleveled one thing on my cat that I need to fix. I mean, I still see so much loot just because of the exalted. Like, I still like to see every exalted piece. Ooh, whoops. And I probably don't even need to. It still feels like there's so much loot on the ground. But my character is doing good. He's getting there. What's up, Carrie? How'd the workout go today? I still like what's going on with him. But crit does seem like a lot of fun, because there's like a bunch of different ways to buff my crit chance and my crit multiplier for the damage that I deal, so you can do bleed with attack speed, but you can also like crit like crazy with attack speed, right? So that'll be really fun. So right now I think bleed is sufficient damage-wise, but later on, when we get like better gear and stuff, a little higher level, I think I might look into going crit. There's level 83. So I think what I'm doing today with these points is beginning to invest back in this tree. And I'm actually gonna try this out. I'm gonna see how this feels. Because I think I have about as many points as I'm gonna spend in this tree for now. But, yeah. I think we're okay for now. We're just gonna send it. How's workout's done in a long time? Oh, nice. Good. What's up, Mike? What's up, Vanguarded? Sup? This is the crit shrine. I feel like for the duration of the crit shrine, I should take this off and just see how it feels to crit. See if it feels that much better or not. Because right now it feels kind of the same. I nerfed my damage by 20%, but I mean, we're chopping. There's no doubt about that. Yeah, I can buff my damage and my pet's damage like a ton. Yeah, I took 2 points out of my totem to fix something. We'll figure that out. I don't think XP will take very long to get it back. Hopefully not. Level 20 can take a while. I know that. Lots of little looties dropping. Alright, the crit shrine has fallen off. Let me put this thing back in my setup here. Because right now I have like, I prevent my character from critting in exchange for 20% more damage all the time. Which I think is worth it for now. But I think that's a good way to scale stuff for later on. No. It is a treadmill, but just a walking pad. But yeah, I'm putting points in something that doesn't really, I don't know, it doesn't really affect me all the time. It can save me from dying, but I don't know. It's either I take less damage and deal more damage when I'm low health, which I'm not frequently low health, but it can help me not die. I think what I should do is just more damage. I think that's probably better. Alright, can we pick up any of this stuff? But it is kind of nice to not be dead against like bosses and stuff. If you like D4, yeah, you should play this game. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be up your alley. It's different than D4 in some like, you know, interesting ways, but just overall the game is like very similar. Yeah, you'll like it. Wait to beat the campaign, yeah. Then you get to start doing like the monolith kind of campaign thing after that. And after you do the monolith thing, kind of like what we're doing right now, then you get to get into just the corruption echo grind too, which is gonna be awesome. Should be a whole lot of fun. Lee does get the job done. Okay. I want to put the points in this. Just want more global melee damage on that. I think that's better than adding like a little bit of poison chance. I do believe. Alright, we're getting a lot of loot though. Almost like so much loot that we need to like not wait, what? Why is there no loot in the middle? Yes. Uh-oh. That's not good. Oh, that's right, because it was a portal thing. Yeah, if you're gonna pull the trigger on buying the game, make sure you get the sub to the stream too. Canute. Alright, we don't want that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wrong button. Alright, Vinox, how about you, man? Let's see. Yeah, there's definitely like a whole lot of stuff that just like that drops, which with like some stuff, but it's just like I don't want it. It's an exalted item, but we're just not interested in what it actually has on there. Can't go with this dinky stuff. Plus 3 to 7 Scorpion. I'm not doing a Scorpion build, but I guess if we were, that's something that we might want. So why did these show? Why are these shown to me? Because of the health, I guess. It's gotta be more health than that. Big health, big armor. On a blue. Huh. I guess it must be pretty big stats. Huh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to refine that filter because it's still showing me things that I'm kind of like, yeah, those aren't quite good enough, but like that's kind of interesting, like all that much health, I guess. Nah. Okay. I actually like to not have to look at my loot that frequently. But... like, I want to try to not have to actually manage my inventory that often. Just want to just jam. Just farm. Now, those are a bit interesting. But I don't know if I can actually do anything with them, so I'll just chuck them in here for a bit. Think about that later. Alright. Keep it going. You still kind of need those on ones to get shards? Yeah. But like, if it's something, if it's like a stat that I'm never going to use, I'm like, you know, I'm less interested, but you're right. Sometimes you do want that, but if it's like elemental damage, stuff like that, I don't think I'm using that for a while. Yeah. Okay. Kind of weak sauce. Alright. I wonder if I should... They might respect my cat a little bit too. To make him not leap. But just have like a lot faster attack speed. Maybe give him some more AoE too. I mean, I kind of want more AoE on my guy. But I get a little bit of movement speed when he leaps, which is kind of cool. Yeah, some of the shards are good. But some of them are still, like, not. Yeah, it's actually not much, yeah. Oh, there we go. Sometimes it's nice to take a hit, tank it a little bit, see what we got. But yeah, if you pick up the game after watching the stream, hit that sub button too, bro. I'd appreciate that. Yeah, Sentinel definitely seems cool. I played it a little bit before. It wasn't like barbarian enough for me though. I still felt like I was playing some kind of like, you know, I was like relying on magic still. So, and I don't like to do that. At least not for my first character. My first guy's got to be something like physical barbarian guy, you know. That's kind of what we're doing though. We're making it happen. We're making it work. Those first hits don't really get it going. Yeah, I just want to be able to just like shrug off like any kind of low health situation. And so right now it's like if I get to like 25%, my damage is decreased by like 40%. And then if we're below 35%, we're gonna maybe make it so our damage is decreased by like 10%. But I feel like that, if what I want to do is I want to scale my endurance threshold even higher. So it procs like at 35%. And so if we ever hit 35%, we're just like a big tank, right? And at that point, my health regen like kind of picks me back up. That's what I'm thinking. It's kind of a cool idea. But we might just be better off with just more damage. I'll think about it. My build is definitely not very like elegant, you know? I think that's like one of the things that you have to do in this game is you have to have like attacks that proc stuff and like have different layers of your offense. And all I'm doing is just swinging on fools. So, I don't know. The thing is, it has continued to be like good enough, which is cool. It's gonna at least take me to like this phase, right? Like, probably we can finish these, like, 3 level 90, little stories. Speaking of which, we might be about ready to take more on. Oh, and I'm playing on controller now, too, which is, like, super cozy, but definitely makes my leap a little bit less effective. I'll just leap right on top of people, just kind of, just leap randomly. But whatever. Let's keep beating them up. But I don't really mind having my guy just be kind of like a basic attacker. But eventually we might have to adjust the build a little bit. Well, I mean, he should be good at bossing, and I'm pretty comfortable with that. Because I think the real challenge is going to come from the bosses. Although I guess, you know, if you don't really farm as fast, you're losing some efficiency over the long haul. But the build's also just kind of chill to play, kind of fun, right? And we have the option of going crit eventually too, which I was talking about. So also potentially cool for the future. Now we're just cheap chopping. Me and my battle cat just bleeding things down. The super attack speed. Chopping through. Another option I have in terms of like where I invest points in is more AoE. Like I could have a little bit less chance to bleed, but have more AoE, which would be kind of cool. We'll see. Like the game, I'm loving it. It's really fun. People ask me that all the time. Loving it. But again, like I always say, I like games like this. Action RPG, just beat 'em up, grind 'em games are some of my favorites. This one definitely does some cool stuff though, with how you build your character and end game and crafting, which are kind of like big parts of games like that, right? And we get hit by stuff, but not really feeling it. It's good. It's good. Just pumping them down. I do kind of feel like this thing is like almost a little too quality of life. I like it. This little haste thing, I just don't know if it's that important. And I could definitely take out some points here, I think, right? I need 3 there, but let's see. I might take a point out of the flurry swipes too, maybe? Although flurry swipes doesn't it guarantee a bleed? Right? Yeah. Which I think is kind of good. And so I may just put a point in like it's attack speed in a second. I'll just do 1 little point of respec burst, but you definitely get your points back pretty quick at this point in the game, it feels like, so. Respecing is definitely not too tough to do. Oh yeah, we should probably start knocking out these quests, by the way. I like just doing the battles. We should do it though. See about knocking this thing out. I wouldn't mind grabbing 1 more level before we go, but might not need it. Well, let's see what kind of boss we're fighting though. See what's on the menu. And my cat can definitely just like solo little dinky stuff for me, which I appreciate. She's faction already? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're doing the Circle of Fate for sure. Circle of Fate's the kind of like solo grind. That way we don't have to mess with the auction house or anything like that. It's good. Slap them up. Yeah, I hardly really have to berserk on stuff like this, but kind of fun to throw the totems down and everything. Get him, kitty. That one guy down? Nope. So some of the things we're looking for. Definitely a better chest piece and a better belt. But my chest piece and belt are currently like carrying my resistances, despite being kind of like low level. So we got work to do. You picked out to do anything yet? Gotcha.
Who are you?
Yeah, you might want to get your prophecies going. I mean, selling stuff if you like that in games makes sense to me, but Especially because we're playing like offline, it's just like kind of a no-brainer. But I wanted to try that faction first anyway. So we are. Just sending it. I think it'll be fine. Just like buffs your drop rates and stuff. You can kind of like make a bunch of gold and just like pick the gear that you want though with the auction house, but that's not really how I planned to play this. At least our first run through. So there is definitely a way to know like what your bleeds actual damage can do, like how many stacks you apply and then how many like how much damage the actual bleed stacks do. 'Cause I think I can get like on a boss maybe like 60 plus, like low 60s, and then it's doing like 100 something damage per stack. So you actually get like a number of DPS that you're doing with it, but then I gotta figure out if I would do more with a crit multi, but not for a while. That's pretty good gear when you have to start budgeting for crit. And right now we're just trying to get like my resists. Trying to get armor. Trying to get our defense up. Not because we're getting really one-shotted by like maps, but it's, yeah, I want to be able to survive those bosses. But we'll fight one of them here in a second. Maybe we're just gonna shred through the rest of this little thing. We're like way overcapped on stability, so just running some content. Turn to the last refuge. Wait, I have to go all the way back? Okay. I guess the map kind of gently loops on itself like that anyway. That's cool. What do we got? Oh, a lot of this, that's for sure. What are these? Strength, armor, crit avoidance. Sure. Sure, dude. You can come with me. I think the loot filtering in this game is pretty neat. I just need to tinker with it more. The fact that it's like something that you can configure in the game is pretty cool. You can do it online and then export it, but you can just do it like straight up in the game. Which is awesome. We got another weapon type of the one I'm using. Let's see what that's looking like. Let's see what kind of stats we got. I don't think so, Joseph. Thank you though for the option and the offer. But you can slide into the stream and hit us with a sub. That'd be great. I'd appreciate that. Be very cool. I'm gonna pass on the other one though. Thank you though. Let's see. I'm sure you can find somebody who'd be down for that. Ooh. Let's see how many bleeds we stack up on this guy. Oh no, it's only like 40 something. He's not having a very good time killing us though. We do have a lot of armor shred. He does not have a very good time shredding us though. Just sit in his little beam and chill. Say, yeah, ain't scared of you. And then we'd be even more tanky if it's at low health too. Not by much at this point, but by a little. Alright, let me see something real quick.
Yes.
I just left those in my inventory. Whoops. Give me all of these. 18% cooldown. Jeez. It's kind of a lot, isn't it? What do we have here? Poison damage. Yuck. I mean, it's not interested in that one. Slow on hit, no. Attack speed, sure. That's a lot of health. Interesting. I'll scrap those for the attack speed. Armor, sure. Res, sure. Frailty, crit, multi, sure. That's a lot of caster stuff, but whatever. Minion dodge. That's a lot of armor. Quit recovery speed, but attunement. No. A little bit of armor. I think we can probably safely scrap some of these. This one. Why is it even showing this to me? I don't like that one at all for anything. The heck? Why even at all? Armor CDR is fine. Some kind of resistance is fine. Melee attack speed's fine. Armor resistance is fine. Scrap all these guys. A lot of attunement, but I'm not really using attunement for anything. That one, yeah, I can get scrapped too. Alright. Back to work, boys. I'll be right back though, real quick. I'll keep on pumping. It's so funny, I'm missing one res for lightning and necrotic each. Just keep sending it. In a little bit, we probably ought to go check on my Circle of Fates. See if we can get any cool new prophecies. Oh, something looked kind of neat. Red is good. That's good. I loot filter like that one. That's another really cool thing with this game is the way it does loot filter. Because like D4 doesn't even have a loot filter, which is troll. A little bit. PoE has loot filters, but I don't know. This one feels better because you can like look for affixes on stats because the gear drops already identified, and you can actually mouse over it and see what it is on the ground, which is awesome. The PoE, it's not identified. So Diablo definitely should do what this game does and put a loot filter just in the game, like where you can customize it yourself, because D4 with a loot filter would be so insane. You just make a list of all the stats that you like and say, only show me items with these 3 stats, or like with 3 of these stats at least, right? And that would be really nice. Like, you only want a chest with +3 to this skill. You only want gloves with +3 to this skill, and attack speed, and crit. Don't show me anything else, right? That'd be cool. So, but this game does that, so. And it does crafting really well too, I think. You really have a good choice about what you make. It's just you're kind of limited in terms of how powerful that item can become by how many times you can actually craft on it, which is neat. Kind of cool. Is any different than D4 than this? Yeah, it is. I mean, at its heart, like, you're grinding to make your character more powerful, but like how you do that, what it looks like is different. Like, I don't think in this game, like D4 endgame right now is like mostly grinding for mats to kill uber bosses, right? Just tank all that, we ain't scared. Where in this game it's like it's a little bit kind of in between PoE and this, where you're grinding lots of maps to get access to some really powerful dungeons or to particular bosses at the end of the little mini storyline that you're revisiting. And then those bosses probably drop particular types of loot or whatever. And you're just farming XP, and the difficulty can continue to scale depending on how much corruption you add to your storylines that you're playing through. That little temporal sanctum key, that's like a particular type of endgame dungeon. And you can run those dungeons at various difficulties for, you know, bit of rewards, but also, you know, more challenge. And I'm kind of new to the game. I don't know everything about it, but that's just kind of what has been presented to me so far. But it's cool. It's good. And it feels good to play. The game looks nice. I think it's not quite as, like, insane visually as like Diablo. But I think the game looks better than PoE in some ways to me personally. I think the combat feels a little better to me than PoE. But obviously PoE has like intense amounts of content and incredibly in-depth like items and builds and stuff, but like that can be actually overwhelming, I think, to some players, so including me. So this game's like a good in-between, a little more complex. It's got a little bit more going on. Is it as good as WoW? Well, WoW is a very different kind of game. I think WoW offers like a different sort of experience for like the long term, but I think that, yeah, if you play this game, you're gonna like be hooked on it for at least a while. I think they probably will make a true barbarian eventually. Remember, it's just, you know, the game just came out, so they'll be adding more classes, and I'm sure they will make a true barbarian. Somebody was saying that they would in the chat just now, so you know I'll be playing that. But for now, you can play various forms of primalist. You could play the sentinel classes. This guy's pretty barbarian-esque, right? Leaping and shouting and bleeding enemies down, having tremendous amounts of regen. You can make him like insanely crit heavy with this exact build that I'm playing. And I'll probably do that later game. Make him insanely crit heavy or make him kind of bleed dot focused. Both having pretty high attack speed, right? Which I think is super fun. So, but mobs really lost track. Yeah, I wish that we actually had that many mobs, like true chaos dungeon levels of mobs. That'd be cool. As yet, not quite that many, but that'd be cool. I think we gotta do just a teeny little bit of inventory here. Starting to fill up a bit. Sunforged Great Helm, Sentinel only. Bummer. That seems pretty good. Look at that, what the heck? This is insane for a Forge Master. 75% increased fire damage, then it's got armor, and health regen. Then it's got +3 to skills, +3 to maximum forge. That's insane. I don't think, I mean, obviously I can never use that, but looks pretty good. Looks kind of cool. Let's see if we can turn any of this stuff into anything. These keys away real quick. Alright, are these usable in any capacity? Melee critical strike chance? Sure. It's just +13% crit. That's actually a lot, yeah. Pretty cool. Again, we don't need it now, but we're gonna need it later. I'm not really gonna look for like one-handers and crit yet. I probably could start searching for it, but the truth is, like, by the time we're actually looking for crit gear, we're gonna be getting like a whole nother level of power on that gear, so I don't really need to like look for it now. We'll just be where we're at and let the insane one-handers drop later. Try to get good gear that we need right now. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I hope I can share loot between my own characters in offline mode. I hope so. If not, I'm kind of trolling myself by playing like character found. I hope that's not. I hope that doesn't mean like I can only use and share. Well, I just can't use or share any loot that this guy didn't find, or I can't like give loot to my other characters, right? That's not what I want. Oh, cool recovery speed right there. Kind of cool. A lot of health too.
Yes.
You can have this, and let me have those. Okay.
Take care.
Thanks. Cool. Amulets. Sure. That's account found, right? So character found is not what I want to be doing then, but which is too bad. It's good, and it just launched, like had the full launch recently, so that's why people are playing it. I actually don't know if let's see if I ran any account or any sponsored activations. Yeah, If he's not able to give any loot to anybody else, that's kind of troll. Like on my own account, but we'll see. Maybe a situation where you can drop him out of SSF at any time, like it is in a PoE. Because if it's offline mode and you can't trade loot to your own characters, I feel like SSF was, I don't know, not what I wanted to do. We'll see. I'd love to be sponsored by this game, but I don't think so. I think it's just good. Just a good game, man. A lot of people like action RPGs, myself included. So happy to have a fun one. Just hacking up the mobs, doing what it do. So we get tankier by, I just think you just get better by getting better gear. And my belt and chest again are like really bad. So, well, they're not bad. They could just be so much better. Like they have health. Well, one of them doesn't have health on. One of them just has health regen, which I don't really need on gear. Because I have a tremendous amount of health regen just through my character's like skills, talent tree and stuff. So like flat health regen, like actual like health regen points, those are really good. But my belt and everything just has just LE res. So I just need like a belt with LE res and like a chest with like LE res and health, and we're kind of in business. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather play this in D4 right now, but I had a lot of fun with D4 as well. Diablo 4 was like, that was insanely good for our channel at launch. So I got a lot of love for D4, and it was just fun to play. But no, this is good. Definitely good. And I think it, like I was saying, it does do some things better than D4. I think it does some things the best out of any action RPG. So it's definitely a good game. They did a good job with it. Oh, here we go. So we'll keep pumping. You're rocking out to them? Wait, you rocking out with Archer up there? What's up, D-House? Yeah, those were fun. Those were good songs. We listened to them up on the way. Was that from my show? I don't remember. That was good stuff. Let's see. Do we want to try to mop up the whole map here? For the 55 increase XP? I think we do. It's the headphone? Gotcha. I bet Archer would like him. He probably was listening to them with us. Rocking out. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I think it definitely was that. Yeah, Wasteland especially good. How'd the comp go? I was the best. And the more I look at the videos and pictures, the more I'm absolutely certain of that. But I could have been better, for sure. And the judging definitely didn't go my way. But you should watch the video, !comp, if you want to see. Today was the first day that I noticed that the pictures from the show, like the professional stuff. But I don't know, we had pictures too, and we had professional video as well. But anyway, I looked at the pictures again and I was like, damn. We really did crush it at that show. But yeah, the judging just wasn't favorable. It was weird. They picked like the biggest, fattest people to win the shows in both categories. It was really weird. So, just so you know, that's not how bodybuilding goes. Usually conditioning is king, especially in natural bodybuilding. But yeah, I don't know. We were like super shredded. Super shredded. And honestly, like I think we looked a little small. But when you actually put me up next to the other guys, like maybe my arms weren't as big for sure, but like, oh damn, that's a good idol. My legs were like just as big. So I don't know. That's an insane idol. I have to drop a little bit of percent life, which sucks, but I don't know. We hammered him. And Baroque, thank you, man. Big flicks for you. It's all good, bro. It's like, the thing is, like, we have the video. You know what I mean? Like, we have the footage. So they can not give me the dub, but at the same time, you know, it was clear. It was clear. I feel like I might need to take this thing off, which drops my chance to bleed a little bit, but I feel like I just need that. Let me see. What, am I dropping any resists? No, my fire resist is still pretty high. Let's see. What can we put in here that's interesting? We have all this health regen. I think there's like an armor and an HP one I had. That was kind of cool. Yeah. 22 armor, 10 health. 26 armor. Let's just put these in there. Call it good for now. Let's get a little tanky. Vitality is good too. But I don't think it's as good as that. Yeah, I think my situation is. I mean, poison res. It's good. How much poison res do I have? I have plenty. It's all good though. What's going on here? Get the melatonin going. Yeah, I fall asleep anytime. Thank you, Jenny. Big flex for you. Welcome back. Pumping us up with the big T3. Let's go, Jenny. Thank you, thank you. All right. Here we go. Yeah, I think that's fine. More HP. Less chance to bleed, but it's all good. All right. What do we got here? Big dots. What's this? Stun? No. Dirt. That's a bunch of health. But it does need to be all Ellie res, I'm afraid. Yeah, can't do it. No can do. Almost cool though. I mean, we could like convert it to Ellie res, but it doesn't really like improve my situation. I think it's just a scrapper. Unfortunate. Make my health, sure. Health increase health, sure. Bunch of health. But we can't sacrifice the resistances, I don't think. That is a ton of health though, but we don't need the mana regen or anything like that anyway. Alright, she can have both of these.
Yes.
Take them. We don't want them. Get them out of here.
Take care.
Alright. You guys are crazy. I usually fall asleep pretty good. No, getting quality sleep with cats and kids and all this, that doesn't always happen as much. But the falling asleep of it's on its own, that's not so bad. Okay, let's go take this guy out real quick. In the frozen fortress, blast him. Hit him with the flex. Hello.
Take care.
Oh, is Herot the guy that I gotta fight in this? You know what? Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. I'm not that scared of that boss. I think I've remember his mechanics. But I don't know if that's who we're fighting or not, but I don't think I'm that scared of that guy. Got plenty of frost resist. I don't think he hits hard enough. Maybe that's how it goes with every boss fight at this level, but yeah, I don't know. I ain't that scared. Yeah, I respect it. I respect it. I can sometimes sleep in on like Mondays. What are these shrines? But nowadays, on the schedule that we're gonna be rocking with now, I think we're like these guys slowing me? What's going on here? We get up early. Get up real early. Get on out of there, boys. Oh my goodness. Huh. There we go. Yeah, Legion makes a makes like a sleep supplement called Lunar, and I've used that a couple times before, but not too frequently. But sometimes you can see what it's all in the Lunar. I like it, but I don't use it like a ton, but I don't think you like are supposed to. Yeah, I liked it. That's good. And that, yeah. If you can get it where you live, Vanguarded, but I don't think Legion ships outside of the US. Currently, maybe later they will, but yeah, not at the moment, I don't think. Alrighty. Here we go. I'll wrap up our walk here pretty soon, too. I'll let Trady for a bit. We've been doing longer walks recently. I like it, though. I like it. But yeah, we've been getting up early during the week, this week. I think we'll do it again this coming week. These shrines and treasure chests everywhere. Interesting. Can I jump down there? That wolf did. I want to jump down there, too. Whole game for a little bit longer, though. Oh my gosh, yeah. Now, thankfully, sleep's never been like that big of a struggle for me. Probably because we're spending a good part of our day exercising and, you know, putting in a pretty good day. But yeah, if you're tired and can't sleep, that sucks. But that's another thing. With the early schedules, we're not doing the night streams. Doing that, we'll do a night stream today because we're not getting up as early tomorrow. Dude, I need to find one of like the kind of helmet that we found for the freaking Forge Master. I need one of those for my class, man. My goodness. Yeah, thankfully, even when we were dieting, we were able to, like, most of the time, now, be fine, but, like, when we were not on our schedule, like on vacation and stuff, falling asleep was rough. Because falling asleep hungry, that does suck. Definitely not good. But I very rarely had to try to go to sleep hungry on our most recent diet that we did. Thank goodness. What are we hitting here? It's for Yulia's prison? Sure. How much HP does it have? Definitely whacking this thing pretty good. Get those berserk stacks all turned up. There we go. Prophecy progressed. Nice. Nice. What, did that count as like a boss or something? Cool. Yeah, like, but we powered through. We powered through. That was very interesting. Definitely got out of our schedule a little bit.
Yes.
I was like, I'm gonna try to go to sleep. Not do the walk. Bad call. Bad call. That's definitely not for me. I like seeing these increased health things, but that right there is a tall order. Maybe I do it actually though, instead of. Ooh, I think, do I need that Ellie res though? I do. I need both of those actually. But yeah, seeing more plus health. Those are excellent to have. Ellie res, I don't know if I want that. I'm not gonna take it because of the shock. 4% health, Ellie res. It's like teeny tiny baby rolls of things I'm looking for there. Teeny tiny baby rolls. BlizzCon overall was pretty good this year though. The COVID afterwards was not good, but you know, it's actually so troll. Like we kind of avoid doing I might keep that anyway. We kind of avoid you know, competing and doing very much because we want to avoid COVID. And then we finally decide to compete again and we immediately just get COVID right before. But thankfully, you know, it didn't beat me up too bad, and the rest of my family didn't get it at that time. Archer still hasn't gotten it, which we Definitely want to keep it that way. Okay. I'm not sure we're going to get everything done tonight that we were thinking about doing, but making some good progress. It's always okay to have a little bit of something to look forward to for tomorrow. I really do find that most enemies aren't really moving when they're bleeding. I feel like these are not really boots for me. But I don't really lose that much movement speed, and you know, they do give me strength, so that's damage and armor. So, you know, it's fine. And we didn't really lose defense. We lost some health regen, but my health regen is pretty jacked as it is. Does dexterity do anything? Dexterity and intelligence don't really do anything for me. So it's basically just a damage upgrade. For the bleed stacks is the main thing. And just hitting harder. And that's okay. Not gonna be mad about that. They'll be boots we use for like a little while, I think, at the very least. A bow. Yeah, I think like when a boss tries to like waddle around, run away from me, my unrelenting assault, they'll take some extra damage. Alrighty. But I think the main thing we gotta do is keep those other boots around just so we can make it really easy to manage resists, I think is the main thing. Just gotta remember that we have them, so we're not like trying to figure it out and pretend like we don't have a way to get more fire res. Truth be told, if we're fighting like a fire boss that like shreds my stuff, I'll just put them right back on. Not even gonna bother with it. Oh my goodness, Rodimus, my man, good to see you. Thanks for the prime, dude. Big flex for you, pumping us up. Thank you, man. 54 big ones with you, man. Thank you, dude. Welcome right on back. Dude, I don't know. We gotta get like way more HP. I feel like my HP is so low. But as we've been talking about, our gear situation is like very much a work in progress. And despite that, we're still pumping. We're still doing just fine. What is my HP regen? It's 368 per second. That's pretty good. Regenerating like a quarter of my health per second. Seems good. Let's see. What are we doing here? Oh, okay. Well, I just gotta go kill more things. Okay, never mind. BRB then. Be right back. We'll destroy some more pyres. None of these guys are shredding my armor, at least. Oh, no, no, no. Maybe they are. What's this? Is this armor? No, it's just like, it just got dotted. Okay, never mind. Is the armor like right exactly at 75? Yeah. Not super safe at that, but that's okay. I wonder how much one extra bleed stack really equates to in terms of damage on like a boss. I don't know. When we find an enemy that's actually strong enough to get bleeds on him, then we'll know. That guy almost was strong enough. Got like 50 something on him. Armor shred's real too. Splat. They made like no effort to come get me anyway. Stun them, but they were already dead. That hurt a little bit. What are you doing? Mr. Caster guy. Yeah, we do have drops rolling. I didn't put like exclamation mark drops in the title. I'm pretty sure everybody, I think everybody gets drops with last Epoch, right? Could put it in the title for you guys though,
Yes.
just to let you know. Let's see, you gonna be strong? No, not really. Not really.
Yes.
Town got destroyed though. Rip. Rip. Okay.
Yes.
Got any more than Thangs? Oh, you don't? Never mind.
Okay.
Pardon me. Huh. That's a lot of crit. Okay, so... where are we headed? What are we interested in? Some arena keys? That's probably fine right here. Get some gold or something. Don't need gold for much, but you do need gold for expanding your stash and for buying the heck out of those runes of shattering all the time. Get a whole lot of them. Dude, let's go shark bait. Thank you for your prime as well. Big flex those 18 months bringing it back around, man. Thank you, dude. Pumping us up, man. I'm the late nighter. Can't be on way too much longer, but we'll make a little bit more progression towards our storyline guy. Level 85 tonight too, not too shabby. So all that means is that tomorrow will be when we complete the Monolith campaign or whatever. Which would be cool. Hopefully made some gains tonight on the grind. Have some somewhat interesting items to look at. These boots I'm not like completely sold on, but you know, it's okay, it's okay. They're kind of neat. Just haven't really had anything strong enough to like really test our effectiveness on, huh? Everything just kind of gets blasted by the fury swipes. From me and my cat. His deck's actually called Fury Swipes, though. Thank you, the Shark Bait. You rock, bro. Good to see you, man. Look good with the Red Dragon status back on you. Yeah, bring him on. Jump in the fire. Let's see if it moves my health bar. Not too much, not too much. GG. Not gonna stick around for this one. I think we're not gonna get like the big XP loot buff off that one, so move along. Cash money. How are we looking? All right, send it. Oof, some crit enemies in this next place, huh? Watch out for that. 12% increased damage and then some giga crits, huh? That's probably where you need the crit reduction for later, because there's probably like all kinds of affixes like this. Just giving mobs like a bazillion crit multi. And later levels. We're loading up on them keys though, that's good. When we start running them dungeons. Probably some pretty cool stuff you get from the dungeons. I think it also lets you like skip stuff during your leveling process, like for alts and like that. Yeah, if it makes your leveling of alts faster, that's great. That's super nice, actually. This game definitely seems like a kind of game where you're gonna maybe want to make some different characters and try different builds and stuff. I like this guy so far, but I mean, I do want to see what other kind of cool primalist stuff you can do. Try different melee builds. Like Gathering Storm, I didn't want to play it for my first character because I just, you know, I want to play like a melee physical guy for my first dude, but yeah, later on, Gathering Storm does seem pretty nice. Do some cool stuff with elemental attacks and whatnot. All kinds of procs and stuff, you know? Seems cool. Had to play Barb first, and there's not an actual barbarian, so we had to make our own. And it's working. But yeah, we have put together some kind of interesting gear for like a cold dot bear. That hurt a little bit. Shrug it off, but... Yep, can't sustain too many bleeds. There's a whole lot of idols, though. It's gonna junk up the inventory for sure. Splatterific. Think you regenerate health? Not as much as me, bro. Oh, nice, a big treasure chest. Anything cool in there? Nope. Oh. Oh, geez, yeah. Way too full now. That's cool looking. Wait a minute. That's not what I wanted. Wait, what? Oh. I don't want necrotic damage, but it's an amulet, so whatever. You can come with us, little guy. Get him, kitty cat. A little bit of poison stacks up too, which is not too bad. What are you actually looking at here, buddy? Totems? Nope. Out of here. We're gone. All right, a couple more runs. We got to call tonight, boys. But hey, good pumps tonight, man. Indeed. Especially with all the sub loving right here at the buzzer, man. My goodness. Love to see it. Nah. Okay. Let's do some scrapping real quick. We are burning through our shards, though, man. Oh my! I think we're like over scrapping. That's not bad, though. We don't need the crit so much right now, but we will need it eventually. Percent health is cool. I feel like scrapping blues might not be so smart, though. Right? Increase aspect of the board duration. I need that. I do. Let's see. Do I just want to keep that as it is? That's not even that bad. Like crit avoidance? You can become crit immune in this game. That's neat. That's very neat. Let's look around. Keep a couple of these that seem neat. That's kind of a big deal. Becoming crit immune.
Yes.
Might need that for later on, huh? Do you feel like Druid feels like a Fury Warrior? Like the Bear Druid? About to try out that build at some point too then. Because we kind of made like a Fury guy too. Maybe I'm gonna just sell this bow. It's a ballista bow, huh? A ballista build. Like Fury enhancement? Yeah. We're kind of playing like a Fury survival hunter kind of deal. It's working. It's working real well. I am enjoying it.
Yes.
I gotta get rid of some of these things. Just vendor them. The movement speed and health is not a bad thing to scrap for. Yeah, we're gonna have to tighten up this loot filter, boys. Gonna have to tighten this thing up. Like, why did it... Oh, he's showing me that just because it's
Take care.
a exalted item or whatever. I see. Okay, I'll let it slide. Look at all them keys. Sheesh. Those are do so good in this game? Yeah. Just in general, yeah. A lot of really cool stuff. I am digging it. Very much. Alright. Off we go then. Speaking of keys. Alrighty. Let's smash this one. We probably should have called it a night before it gets way too late. Gotta get some food, get some rest. Get in the gym tomorrow morning, hopefully. Have another fun day with my boy, and then we'll be seeing y'all in the evening time. Pretty much the same schedule as today. Pretty much. Yeah, signing the bosses with the war cry is really nice, huh? Like interrupting their mechanics and stuff. Super good. I love the berserk on the war cry too. Tanking them fire hits, bro. They're pretty heavy hits, but we're tanking them. Dang. Like a three hit barrage. What's this? Okay. I need to like get familiar with the things that like shred your resists. I think my shout at this point is still like when I switch to crit it won't do it, but right now my shout and my leap is both like clearing debuffs. So that's good. Make sure I use that, you know, whenever I see any kind of debuff on me, really. I'll be real picky about that one. Time to blast indeed. I would big blast today. Big blasting. Good quality pumps. And I appreciate everybody tuning in on Twitch and showing love, but also people showing love on YouTube. Appreciate you guys as well. Make sure you take a second and give the stream a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it today. This evening. Be live on the daily. Let's see about that. Alrighty. These boots are making me want to like craft different boots. Because I think, yeah, the other ones, I'm trying to remember if I think they were forged all the way up, right? It's my gloves that weren't forged all the way up. But right now we're just kind of slamming everything. Calling it good. Alright, sweet. What's up, Ariston? How's it going, man? But if you guys are enjoying the stream on either platform, make sure you follow the stream on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube. Keep tuning in, we'll be here. I think we do gotta pretty much call it for the night, though. It'll be about that time. Well, those are fun. Health and health, sure. Sure. Why not? Just basically just resists here. Well, hybrid health there.
Yes.
Works for me.
Take care.
Yeah, these are at 0 forging potential now. What's the difference on swipe? 8, 6, 7, 8. That's actually significant. That strength, interesting. Interesting. Beastmaster is really fun. It's good stuff. That's good though. Senpai as well. Alright guys. Got to level 85. We made good progress on our monoliths. We could do the second one, but we'll save that for tomorrow. We'll get in the magma caverns. We could maybe even get ourselves, ooh, some nice double rarity buff as well. Oh my gosh, yeah, oh yeah, we gotta remember to go this way. Look at this. Get some big XP leading into the last boss of the level 90 Echoes Monolith path thingy. And we're free to start getting that corruption going. Be awesome. Be great. But again, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for showing love. Make sure you take a second and follow the stream. You can subscribe on YouTube as well. I'm going to link you guys the stream on YouTube. You guys can swing by there, give it a thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. And I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow morning in the gym. And then tomorrow evening, back on the games grind. All right? And then, of course, another big week of games and gains on the way, too. Either way, thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Peace.